Okay, hello everyone. We're going to see if it's working this time. Okay, it looks like we might actually be working this time. I'm just going to do a quick check. Okay, so it's not working perfectly, but it's working so far as I can see. With a fair bit of delay, but I think we are working. Who's that? Right, okay. I'm just going to see if my quest is working. I'm not... Right, okay. Let's go see if we can actually make the quest work. And then... Okay, so we have tried twice before today to go live for this stream. It does look like we are pretty much working, and we are working quite well. So what we want to do is, we obviously in the last stream, the Eye Sanctum wasn't working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find where the Eye Sanctum is, which is over here, and we're going to see if it's working today. If not, we've already got a plan for what we're going to do. But yeah, it does now look like it's working after 2 failed attempts to stream. We are now live, 35 minutes late, but it's fine. So, yeah, we're just going to head over here. I don't think it's going to work, but we're going to see if it will work. And then, obviously, we will be doing our storage in a second if assuming this doesn't work. And then what we're going to do is we're going to be live today and tomorrow. So, tomorrow we're going to be live on Dreamlight Valley. As will be seen, as it was seen on my post that I put up earlier. Hope everyone liked the image for it. I spent lots of time working on that to try and get it working. So we've done that. He's stronger than I thought. And why is there always a fire dragon? Always. Why is that always the same? No, 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 no. Right, let's go down this way. It's always the same. Why do I always find a fire dragon? Can I not just have a stream where I don't have a fire dragon? Would make my life so much easier. Right, okay, so we are approximately 220 meters from the Lightning Sanctum to see if it's actually going to work. But back to what I was saying, so yeah, we're going to be live on Dreamlight Valley tomorrow doing the Dream Snaps. I do apologise, I know that was actually put on YouTube as a scheduled stream and then it just broke, and it's no longer showing as a scheduled stream. It is still happening. We will reschedule it later on today. But yeah, basically my YouTube studio broke as well as the streaming software. So I don't know what happened, but we've got it working actually now, so that is good. And yeah, so the lightning sanctum's just not working. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, what we'll do is we will head over back to the monastery just so that we can get back home to sort our storage. And it does look like the delay has sorted itself out and it's not as delayed as it was. So that's at least good. So let's figure out where the bus stop is. It's down this way somewhere. So if we head down here, and we'll get there. Right, so after my stream tomorrow, I will not be streaming on Wednesday. I'm going to try and get a Hogwarts video out for Wednesday. And then I'm going to make a Heartopia video to go out on Saturday this week. And then Thursday, we will be live for the release of Pokemon Pokopia. If anyone has seen the trailers for that, it looks absolutely amazing. So definitely, if you do want to check that out, I'll be live on Pokemon Pokopia on Thursday at the same time as all the others, 8 PM. And then I'll be live again on Friday at 8 PM for Minecraft. Though that one is assuming that I can get my Minecraft sorted. So, a lot's kind of going on at the minute. Got technology just plain and simply not cooperating at all. But yeah, we will make it work. And yeah, we're hopefully going to get everything sorted so that we are able to be live with what we actually want to play every single day. So that's the plan. And yeah, hopefully we won't have any issues when we go live later this week, like the issues we've had today. I am hoping everything will work for the rest of the week now that I have kind of managed to sort it today. So hopefully everything will work for the rest of my streams. And then obviously, hopefully you will manage to all join me for those streams throughout the week. What I'm currently doing, by the way, I am taking the current ceiling off of my building. And then we're going to put the wall on. And then after that, we will see if we can do the ceiling. And see if we can make it work. Now, obviously, this is a storage shack currently. But do we think we should change it? Because I have since then unlocked a load more kind of building stuff. So do we change it or do we keep it as the shack wall? I kind of like the idea of it being a shack wall. So I might just keep it like this for now. So if we get the shack wall, this one. How did we do the corners? Okay, the corners are equally walls. Okay. And also, actually, I've done these walls the wrong way. Because these ones have the little gap on them. I'm also getting annoyed with the iciness. Is it from that? Yeah. I'll take that ice spinjitzu off. Have I got a normal spinjitzu scroll? Yeah. Let's just stick the normal spinjitzu scroll on. So we can still use our spinjitzu. But it's not going to do any ice damage. Just so that we stop making everything icy. So we can play normally. So yeah, these walls, if we actually look, they've got the little slits on, but they're on the wrong side. So they're all going to have to come out, unfortunately. So if we're going to end up taking the walls all out, do we change it? Because we can pretty much do whatever we want with this now. Because the walls are coming out. Because I built a lot of them wrong. So do we change up the design of the building to go with it? So right, the walls are gone. That's something. Obviously, we've still got all of our chests in place. We're not going to move those. But yeah, do we decide to change the building in any way? Because, I mean, I kind of like the idea of doing this wall. Just because I like the idea of having it different. Hang on. I don't know where the foundation ends, actually. So we have that there. The foundation ends here. Okay. So let's bring this closer to me. There we go. So that goes there. So we'll put the corner pieces in. And then we will do the rest of it. So, or actually no. What we will do is... Why am I having this issue? Again, there we go. So I don't think... Oh, actually, that might matter. Let's... Just to be sure, let's make sure it's all going to match perfectly on the thing. There we go. We'll do that just to make sure it is going to match on each side. Just so that we know exactly what's going on. Right, and now at least I also know where the corner's going to be. Because the corner's going to be there. So if we know that, that's good. Because we can go into our doors. And we don't have a door that goes with this, do we? No. Okay. I probably should have checked that before we started. I mean, we could just put, like, an open door on it. Unless, is there, like, a doorway for this wall? Because we have... rustic interior. Right, okay. Let's just go all the way down. Because we've got archers. Which, again, yeah, there's no arch. So let's put an open door on. Because it kind of fits the walls anyway. So if we do that, and then we can go back up to the top, and we can place that in, which fits perfectly, adds a bit of light to the building, which I think is nice. And then we'll do the same on this side. We will place one of those. Can we do that? We could do two of those. There we go. And then we can do this wall along here. There we go. And then what we want to do is just get this small... There we go. If we do that... Is that looking almost... Yeah, that looks okay. So that's what we've got. This corner looks better though. I don't know what I've done there. I've decided I'm not happy with this corner. Oops. So this needs to go like that. Okay. There we go. That looks better. Okay, so what we can do then is if we go upstairs, because we obviously said we were going to do a second floor to this building. So I've done that in the wrong place. Hang on. And I've put those on the wrong way because these have the slits on. The slits need to be on the inside. So they need to be that way. That's how they should be, I believe. Okay, there we go. Because then we can go and place on the pillars like so. And then if we go down to this corner of the building, we can place the pillar in there. And we can try and make this actually work. And hopefully we will have an actual storage building completed by the end of the video. Stream. It's a stream. So by the end of the stream, if we can have this fully functioning, that would be absolutely amazing. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that to keep the design going. And then if we go up here, we can do that. There we go. So, if we, yeah, then we can take this along this way. There we go. And then let's place that there and that there. Perfect. So we have 2 sets of walls. So if we now go to the floors, and what we did when we did this in our house was we did the wood floor. Well, we did the large floors first. So we went as wide as we could, and then went and changed it from there. Now, do we go with a monastery floor? I think so. I think we'd go with this because it was nice. So straight away, we already have some of a floor in place. And then we just move on and keep going with medium pieces next. And then the idea is after that is then there should only be a small area that is without a floor. Oh, so we need to go and place a floor in there. So we'll go now to the smallest floors. Maybe a bit wider than that. Though, actually, if we go to the medium floors again, because there's an 8x8 and a 4x4. Is the 4x4 too big? No, I think 4x4 works. There we go. And then we can just place these in here as well. Right, so if we do that, we can get up and down stairs really, really quickly. And we have something that's not quite finished, but it's a lot more finished than it was when we first did this building. I fell. Okay. If we do that, just so we can try and get a roof on, and I've fallen down the stairs. That's clever. Right. Okay, let's do that. So, we've done that. And then we can't do that because that's gonna overhang into, yeah. Though not by much, but it is overhanging, so we don't want to do that. So then we'll go back to the small floors again. Have I run out of granite again? I'm always running out of granite. Okay, so let's do that there, and there. And then if we go down to the 4x4, and we can put the last few floor tiles on and in place. There we go. So we have a much nicer looking storage building. It's much nicer than the original building. In terms of if we wanted to put a roof on, though I think we make this weird. I say, why don't we go in here? And what railings do we have? Because I say we just do that. And then if we just go round with some railings, does that work? Kind of not great, but it works. If we do that, because that kind of works, and it looks cool, and that's the idea. The idea is that this is an easier option than doing a roof, but it kind of looks a bit. It looks a bit funky. It's quite fun. The only issue is, there, we'll do that. It won't quite work for here, just because the railings don't go that far. But there we go. We have something that works a little bit better than before. So if we go inside, our storage was plain and simply not working. So how are we going to organise this? And why does that look like it's drooped? Oops. Why does that look like it drooped? I don't know. Is it just me who thinks that looks slightly going down? Okay, never mind. So what we'll do is... Oops. Nearly broke my chest. I don't want to break the chest. Right. So we have a lot of wood. So I think we need a whole chest for wood, whole chest for knot roots, and all that. So have I got any planks? It's in here, isn't it? I'll have 16 planks. However, if we get granite, we can get medium chests, which I think's going to be easier. I think medium chest might be the way to go. So how much granite is it for a slab? You'd think I'd know by now, but to be honest, I don't. So let's go up here. There we go. Stone. Oh, the tree's back. Stonebreaker. Granite slab is 1. So I have... So here it says I've got 116 granite. But when I was over... Oh, I think it might be because I was outside the village trying to do it, actually. Because I was going to say, when I was over here, it was saying I had no granite. I'm just curious now. So I've got 116 granite there. But if we go over here, yeah, I must be just outside the village boundary. Okay. That's useful to know. So every time I think I'm running out of granite, I'm not. I'm just out of the space. So let's make, we'll make 30 of these. There we go. Because that's going to save on planks and it's going to give us bigger chests. So if we do that, we should have a bit more of an ability to make it work. And who are you? You're the goldfish. Okay, you can just stay being a goldfish in my village. For as long as you wish to visit for. Okay, right. By the way, I will eventually build the haberdashery here. I know I said that for a while on putting somewhere for the loom. I will do it at some point. I don't know when, to be honest. But we will do it. I just want to get some wool. No, I don't want stuff from a pig. I want stuff from a sheep because we're going to use a lot of wool when it comes to doing a haberdashery. Which might be in a video at some point. It might be in a stream. We don't know yet. We will see what we do. Right, there we go. We'll take the 20 for now. And then if we go over here. And let's just start by making medium chests. Ah. Okay. But if we do that, okay. We can be clever with this. That's fine. So if we then do that. So we'll do as many of these as we can. Going all perfectly next to each other. Because that uses four granite slabs at a time. So we've done 5 chests. But we have more spaces. So it's these you've only got 4 rows. These ones you have 5 rows. Of 5, yeah. Because the normal chest says you can store up to 10 items inside. Which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So those one actually, they have 20. These ones have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these ones have 25. Okay. So that's interesting to know, is the figures it actually says is wrong. But let's get all the wood for now. And we want to place all of our wood in this chest. And then what we will do is we'll grab the knot root. And actually the knot root could go in this chest for now, I think. Knot root and knot root. If I just got the 2 stacks of it, I think so. So I can smart transfer with that now. And then we've got loads of flex wood and loads of vines. So, and we have loads of bones. Okay, because this is the issue currently. What? How have I got so much glass? Where do we even get glass from? I don't know where you get glass from, but I have loads of it. I also have amber and all sorts. This is why we need to sort our storage out. Because we've got bamboo, planks and all sorts. This is the issue, is just loads of random stuff. So if we in here put the flex wood in. And then we can do frost pine. And then we can do a chest of bamboo. And then in here, should we do this as just vines? So this side have the more natural items in. So if we do that. And then we'll go and get some more of the granite slabs. And what we can do then is we can try and make a chest for more stuff. So obviously we want to make sure that it's perfectly in place. So if we in this one right, we need a chest just for granite. Is flexwood in here? Yeah. So let's do this chest for purely for granite and granite slabs. Which is, I think, this one? Yeah. Oh, and we also need space for marble. And then we have loads of copper as well. And we have mahogany. See, this is why we need to do this. Because also we have stuff here. Now we've got frost pine there. Is that it? Red rock. See, this is the issue. We have loads of random stuff all over the place. And our storage is just not doing it anymore. So let's place the granite in there. And the granite in there. There we go. So we've got granite and granite slabs in here. So then, can we remove this like that? There we go. So let's place a medium chest there. And then the rest of the chest could just be normal chests. But for this one, we'll do mahogany. Oh, I have obsidian as well. If we do actually, no. No, mahogany doesn't need a chest that big. Marble needs a chest that big. So let's give marble this chest. There we go. If we do that. And then, yeah, that works. So then what I want to know is if we grab some wood now. Does it say how big the chests are? Or do we need to figure that one out ourselves? So they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by a few. I know that's a really good way of figuring it out. But it needs to be... Is it 6 by 6? Smaller than 6 by 6. But it's bigger than 2. So is it 6 by 4 maybe? I say we go for medium floors. And we just want like a cedar floor. Because if we could do that going along here. I'm thinking we should be able to put some chests on there. What do you reckon? Do we think a chest will go nicely on that floor there? It will. Perfect. So go right along the wall there. And we have another chest. So we could do this for the more valuable stuff. Keep the valuable stuff up high. We'll put mahogany in there. And then I've run out of planks. Okay. Have I got anything important in there? Yeah. Are any of these chests empty? No. Okay, let's go make some more planks. And then we've got a system set up so we know kind of how this is going to go. Is this the spinning wheel lumber mill? That's what we need. Plank. So let's make 30 planks, I think. Because how many is it for a chest? 6. So that'll do us 5 more chests. Which will at least help us. Because then we can clear some of the chests and then we'll get some planks back. And so on and so forth. So there we go. We have a plan to fix our storage so that we don't run out of space. Because that was the issue. We're always running out of space. And so that's the point. You know, we don't want to run out of space. And, you know, the building looks so much nicer now as well. So, I say this is a win-win. You know, I think it was needed. Was well needed. I've not got enough research. Okay, right, that's fine. So let's put in here. If we put the red rock in there. And then after that, we can do... nope. And then after that, we could do like the copper, gold, iron, and things like that. That will work. And then, yeah, this side will have vines in there. What is that? Stink gland. Nice. I don't know if I'm going to need that or not, but we'll keep it anyway. Ooh. And there's loads of sheep that's here. So let's just go and get the wool. I don't think I have any tasty animal treats, though I might. But I've not got another barn to get another one of these. And I don't know what the max number of barns is for a village. If any of my viewers know, you can always let me know in the comments. Because I don't know. I don't know what the limit is. But let's head into here. And we can grab the rest of those planks. And then we should be able to do that. And we'll just do it all from this one location. Just so that they all go in perfectly. Check your town statue info. Okay. Thank you, Mystic Moon. We'll do that in just a second. Right. So check the info. So we can have, oh, new village or animal. Okay. So what we know is, in terms of these then, so we can have, oh, at least 2 more animals, and then we've got 3 of any. Okay, that's useful. I've also just thought, it says you can obviously give them jobs. But also, should we actually build a permanent bridge between the land? I don't know. What do we think? Right, let's talk jobs. Help the village. Refining. Collect GM, something else. Resource jobs. Refine stone. It will take fish stick about 2 days before they have anything to share. Okay. Oh, right, okay. And then Lion Brand, let's talk jobs. Help the village. Resource jobs. Refine wood. Okay, yeah. Make sure I have a lumber mill first so I can cut some wood. Yep. It will take about 1 day of cutting before I have anything to share. Perfect. And then, you've not got a job, have you? Let's talk jobs. Help the village. So resourcing. Just, you can collect nearby resources. You've got a crafting bench. There we go. And then where's Meowsicles then? Oh. Meowsicles is being a cat in water. Okay. Let's go over to Meowsicles then. Meowsicles. Right, let's talk jobs. Help the village. We're already doing... Oh. Right, Meowsicles. You're making this difficult Right. Okay. Oh, build recipe cooking utensils. Okay. Right, let's talk gems. Help the village. Refining. Collect gems. Let's gem on some gem. As long as I have gem cutter, I can make it sparkle. It will take me about 9 days of cutting before I will have anything to share. Okay. And I'm guessing they're in-game days, I'm guessing. For the jobs. I'm guessing it's in-game days. We'll have to check. Because I don't know, to be honest. Right, okay, so we've done the red rock there. So let's temporarily put the wood in there. And then we said we need a chest for planks. So that can go in there. And then we needed a chest for the copper. So so the copper's in here. Okay. I'm also going to say, do we keep like the Ninjago stuff? Do we keep that separate? Or do we still store it in the same area? I think we just store it in the same area, to be honest. So if we put copper in there, we could do metal plates with Cosser stone in there. Because I don't think we're going to get that much metal plate and Cosser stone that it's going to cause a problem. Nor obsidian. We'll deal with that chest in a minute, because that's mob drops. We'll do... Okay, steel, bright core. I don't need honed opal. Bright core. Iron. Yeah? Is that everything? Yeah. So if we do that. And then that gives us the ability to just knock that out. Right. There we go. So, we've done metal stuff in there. So in here, let's do the bright core. We could do iron in with copper, I think. If we do iron, steel and copper in here. And then here you're going to have metal plate, Cosser stone and obsidian. And then in here we've got bright core. Perfect. And then this is all the kind of designated stuff actually for Ninjago. So we'll do that up here. If it's designated like you need it for that particular kind of expansion thing, we'll put them up here. So for now, let's place all of these up here. Just because then they're at least out the way. We'll put elemental powder in there as well. So there we go. At least that's kind of out of the way. And that's going to be useful for us. Because that's then going to be less stuff that's kind of more the kind of update stuff and more general game stuff. And that these stairs are in a really stupid place. I say we move them. You know what? We're moving the stairs. I don't know why we're doing it with an axe. Pickaxes work better. Right. So it was the generic curl stairs. But we want to do it there. There we go. Because even though you can fall behind it, it's a bit safer now. And I don't think you can get a railing that's going to go on... Oh, hang on. It's in... If you wanted a railing, it's here. Though, do we actually think... No. Didn't think they'd go around in corners, but, you know, it works. And that works better. I think... What is that? Okay. I think what we then need to do is... I don't have any wood on me. Oh, I've fallen down the back of the stairs. Right. Okay. Because I think what we need to do is... Do we reckon, like, another 4-piece? Like, another 4x4, do we reckon? Is that too big? I mean, it kind of works, but it is a bit big. So let's punch these out. So it needs to be probably the 2 then. So we'll go 2x4. Yeah. Yeah, that works better. There we go. Okay, perfect. So that's this chest empty as well. So we can punch that one. And then we can get rid of these foundations. Oops. I accidentally broke a chest. And that weren't meant to happen. But it's fine. Let's just place the chest back down. And pretend we didn't just do that. Let me see. Can we collect the vines? There we go. Right. Okay. Perfect then. So. Right, what have we actually got on us currently? Soil, sand, sandstone. Planks can go in the planks chest when we actually get around to it. Right, okay. I'm going to say that we put food upstairs as well. Yeah, let's put food upstairs as well. Here's a question, actually. Just, I'm curious. Not that, like, this is actually an ideal idea. But can you put food in the fridge? Because we obviously put a fridge in our house. And there's a little sheep here. So let's just go and do that. But we put a fridge in our house. Somewhere. Yeah, we can. They don't have much storage space, though. Yeah, it's not a suitable idea, is it? They only have 6 space of storage, and that's not useful for us, so let's just use normal chests, I say. So if we go with a small chest, we can put it over here. Hang on. Why is there another object in the way? Oh, because of the floor's a bit weird. Okay. Right. Okay, so what we have is in here we could put, let's put berries, mushrooms, elemental shell. We'll put that somewhere eventually. Have we got any other, we could put eggs in there. We'll put fish separate. And I've fallen down the back of the stairs again. Why did we decide to do this? Right, okay. There we go. So we're going to just do kind of berries and things in here. Rice can go in there as well. Wheat, why not? Fish can go somewhere else. So we'll do like the vegetarian stuff in here, shall we say? And then we could do a chest for like the fish. There we go. So we'll get the planks from that, and we can go up here and we can place down another chest next to this one. And this one can house all the fish. There we go. Coconuts can go in this chest. Fish, as we said, is this chest. Pineapple will go in this chest. And then potions. I want potions kind of just to stay down here. So for now, let me put some potions in, the potions in here. Seems like a better idea. Right. So do we think then? I don't think we're going to get another layer of chests on top of there, to be honest. I don't think we're going to get another layer of chests. So let's take all there, which is a lot. Like, there's a lot in that chest. Oh no, I don't want to. Why have I just dropped my pickaxe? What even did I press? Right. Robust meat can go in with fish. That'll help. Right, okay. Robust meat is in with fish. Oh, you can't hold that. Okay. Wait. We can hold the normal nunchucks. So let's place normal nunchucks in there just so we have space for that. Okay. So we what do we have then? How do we want to do this? Because that needs to go upstairs. All this stuff should probably go upstairs. I'm going to say that should go upstairs. So if we say in here then, let's do the soil and the sand and the sandstone in here. Just to kind of have that linking back to obviously everything else. Robust grilled meat, that can equally go in here. Perfect. And then now we've done kind of natural items in there. How much of this can we take? Right, rough amber can temporarily go in here. Because that makes sense. To some kind of degree. That makes sense. And then in here, if we do bones in here. So if we just do bones in there. And then this one. Are any of these chests able to be emptied? No. Oh. We only have 2 planks. Let's go make some more planks. We have someone who's collecting wood. I didn't pay attention to who was doing what job for me, so to be honest, it'll be a nice surprise to figure out who's collecting wood for me. Because I wasn't really paying attention. It might be Lion Brad, though, to be honest. You goldfish. Yeah, you're the goldfish. How's your job? They are 37%. Okay, you'll work at the Stonebreaker, so it's not fish stick. Lion Brand, how's your job? I've got 83% done at the lumber mill. Being a woodcutter isn't so bad. Right, okay. Let's remember, Lion Brand is a woodcutter. What have I just done? Oh, I need to stop pressing R2. Because otherwise I'm going to destroy like my whole base eventually by accidentally pressing R2. Right, so. Let's go and place another chest upstairs. With the Ninjago chest. Right. Why does that not... No, we don't want that like that. We want it to match perfectly. Like that. That's how we want it. I also want a lamp because it's quite dark up here. And I'm a little bit concerned that you guys aren't going to be able to see it. So let's put in a wall light there and there. There we go. Because we can see now. So that's good. Right. So this is going to be for other stuff that's linked with Ninjago. Just so that we can actually get some stuff actually out of the way. That's the idea, because we have a lot of random stuff like earth energy and unknowable energy and betrayer headbands and all that. And for now, we're not going to organise all of those because we need to organise the rest of our stuff first. I'm also going to put cheese in here. Actually, we'll put cheese in with the meat. Okay, sorry about that. I just found something funny because of a TV show. When I said about cheese and meat. So, yeah, we're gonna sort that out. So, right, we'll get back to what we were doing. So, we obviously have, as I said, ice energy, betrayer headbands, Brutus scales we could put separately, but, like, we definitely need to store all of these betrayer headbands up here. Up here, out of the way. That's the plan. Now, I know that long-term, this isn't going to work. Long-term storage, sticking everything from Ninjago Island all together, doesn't work and won't work. I know it won't work. However, that's not the point. The point is temporarily, it will work. If I can get down the stairs. I'm also not going to make the mistake of having a chest under the stairs again, just so that if I do end up under the stairs, I can sort it. Right, Ninjago tubes. Let's have some organisation to this. That seems like a plan. Let's stick inks in here. So that's got all random stuff. And then in here, we can place elemental shell, I'm guessing, from there. Lightning energy. Is that all that we've got for now? No, we've got fire energy. Okay. And then in here, we can just stick the pepper seed. There you go. And does anyone know, where's the stink gland from? Where's the stink gland from? I don't know where it's from. I mean, I might have known when I got it, but that was a while ago. And I've fallen down the stairs again. Right. So let's do that. So we've got all of our betrayer headbands in here. All the energy. So we can now focus on down here. And apparently focus on getting stuck again down the back of the stairs. Oh, we still have that in there. Okay. Right, let's see. So we've got bones in here. Do we think we're likely to fill a whole chest with bones? I'd say yes, to be honest. We're probably going to fill a whole chest with bones. So let's empty what we can out of here and put silk in there. Because then we can get some stuff out. And then, shall we make... let's make another chest. And we'll put this one here, because this is going to be for our, like, tools. Yeah, we'll have tools up here. That will be okay. So let's put, like, actually, we'll do a chest for charms, and then a chest for tools. Because we have a lot of charms and we have a lot of tools. So let's separate them a bit. Just to make it work. And I've leveled up a couple of times there. Just by completing a little task. Which was literally like placing and breaking items. It's quite a nice, easy thing. So we're now level 85 and we've leveled up again. So we're level 86 now. That's nice. Oh, and we've leveled up again. So we're now level 7. Even better. Not going to go level 88. Never mind. That's fine. Level 87. That's cool. We'll have to see if we can get any more rewards on the battle pass and that in a minute. Oh well, once we've done this, like priorities is we need to do our stuff. So let's do that. We'll do this for this one because these are similar chests. So axes, nunchucks, torches, arrows, pickaxes, not wooden rods, crossbow, fishing rod. Cursed bones can go with bones because it's bones. Cursed bones in there, right. Have we got any other types of bone? While we think about it. Is there any other type of bone? No. Good. Gliders also fit the bill, by the way. And we'll highlight, like, the gliders are tools. So, we'll do that. Is that, I think... Oh, I've got another glider there. Right. And I've got another axe. And I have a power relic, which is going to go in here. There we go. So, we've got our bones in there. We've got silk in here. Do we think... I say we can put wool with silk. Snow, no. And heavy wool, yes. We can do that. And then let's destroy this chest. And then we can place a chest there. Because then we can at least get in and out of there. And that works. So in here, we're going to do all the claws. So this chest is going to be all about the claws. And, right. Feathers can go in with silk. And all of that can go in there. And then we need to put in a floor. So I need to get my wood. We are going to end up running out of wood, I think. If we're not careful, we're going to run out of wood doing this. But it's fine. What floor did we use? Just a normal, like, pine floor, I think. Because, oh, it was a cedar floor. Okay. I do apologise. How low can this go, actually? Ooh. You know, if we go this low, we might be able to put 3 chests in. What do we reckon? Because if we place down a chest, I'm curious now. Do we think, just because I've now got curious, because obviously we can place that quite low down. Okay, so if we did that, can we place another chest on top of there? We can. That's weird. Okay, that could work, because that offers a lot more storage than we have already. So let's do glass in this chest, because I have loads of it. Actually, no, let's put glass in the top. We'll do what you should probably never do, and we're going to put glass right at the very top. So, you know, if it drops, it would smash, but thankfully it's not going to drop from a chest. It's perfectly fine. Right, let's go with the cores and the shells and the powder. There we go. And I can do that. There we go. And then we have brute scales. So let's... Hang on, brute scales are like not from the main game, I don't think. So let's... The floor's in the way. Come on. Lift up. There we go. Do 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 do. Why are we doing this to me? Ah, there we go. Right, that's what we want. So if we do kind of brute scales in here, I've still got snow on me, and I still need to figure out where we get the stink gland from. To figure out how to store the stink gland. I'm also going to temporarily store rift shards in there. Just because I don't know where to store them. But that is all of these chests organised. That's nice. So we just have this last chest to organise then. So we have gold. That can go in tools. That's a scale. That's energy. So that's already stored. We know what is happening with those. That can go... Right. Snow can go in with soil, sand and sandstone. Perfect. Wooden rods. Wooden rods can go with wood. Right. Oh, so we know we have a chest for planks somewhere. It's this one. Right, so we have a chest for planks. Perfect. So we just have amber, gold, and stink gland. Amber can go in with bright core, because we're not going to fill that chest up for a long time. And then, do we put gold? Should we put gold in there as well? Yeah, why not? Actually, what we can do, we can make this actually look organised. And you know where we do things like this, and have multiple items in a chest? Let's put them on different levels. Might not stay like that, but it's at least nice. Right. I'm going to Google the stink gland in a second, because... right. So we've got a frost brute scale, earth energy. There we go. This chest still looks like an unorganised mess, but to be honest, that's because it is. We're going to sort this out in a minute. We will sort that out in a minute. Let's put potions in with charms. And I have an extra pair of nunchucks that I don't need, so let's place that in here. There we go, because then we've just got, like, the stuff we need. And then actually, I want to keep potions on me. I think it's probably best to keep jumbo health potions on my person at all times. Right, okay. Give me a second then. So, stink gland. Let's have a look. So, Lego Fortnite stink gland. It's a resource found in the Lost Isles, primarily dropped by hostile creatures like scorpions or obtained via the food processor. They are used to craft stink jars. Okay. So, that doesn't really tell me where I should store it, to be honest. Because I don't have anything else from the Lost Isles. So, let's just store it in there. Why not? You know, that's fine. Do we have the means to make another chest? We do, okay. Because that's organised. That's organised. Aside from the rift shards. That's not. Right, bamboo can go in with bamboo. The rest of it needs organising properly. Elemental pelt. Where can we find that a sensible-ish place to go? I know, with the claws. That works. Bamboo. Where's bamboo? There we go. Right, honed bamboo can go in there. So then we're left with ritual oil. Honed bamboo. No, not honed bamboo. Honed dragon opal. The Lost Master's Bell. A bunch of treasure maps. Some ink. We have 3 types of ink. Do we stick those with these? For now, let's place the ink, because they're elemental. Let's place the ink with these. The relics can go... The relic and the Spinjitzu scroll could go in tools. In here. Actually, no. The relic can go in with the charms. Because it is kind of like a charm. What do you reckon? Yeah? Treasure maps are useless to me. And then we could do the Ninjago tombs. And that kind of looks organised. And then the Lost Master's Bell is a trophy. And I don't know what to do with that. What is that? A hero station. Okay. Right. I say treasure maps. We just stick in here for now. And pretend they don't exist. So there we go. We have more storage. Everything is organised. Everything has its place. Everything actually works. Let's just do this and this and this with that one as well. There we go. Oops, no. Okay, so we've done that quite well then. Let's do that and then we can go claw and claw. Right, there we go. So it is organised, kind of. It's not perfect, but it's a lot more storage than we had before. Now, what I am also going to do is... Our lighting situation at the minute in here is a little bit weird. And a little bit just not working. Now, I'm well aware of space on the walls being a little bit limited by the time we finish with our chests. But that makes it a little bit nicer, and I just think... I think doing that is going to be better than having that. You see, that's better. What do we think? There we go. So we can see. Like, 'cause I don't think these standing lamps do much. You know, these lamps are much better. But there we go. We have at least got something that works for our storage. This might need changing at some point to be a little bit more organised, but for now, if I can find anything, if I can remember where anything is, we could do with probably getting some more wood and some more granite. So let's speak to, was it Lionbrand? Are you Lionbrand? You are. Right. Living here has been inspiring. So inspiring that I came up with the idea for this recipe. I hope you like it. Okay. Gotta admit, Fishstick isn't the best to chat about books with. How's your job? 83% done. Well, hurry up, mate. Right. Who are you? Ash. I'm not bothered about you. Right. So this is Fishstick's house, I think. This is Fishstick. Yeah, that's Fishstick's bed. So, who's not got a house? Who's currently living in a little shack on the river? Lionbrand. Okay. Lionbrand can continue living in a little shack in the river for a minute. So, I say what we do for like the last bit of time is I think it would be best to gather some stuff ourselves. because we obviously need wood and a lot of resource for our continued progression in playing the game, and for our continued progression in building up a very big base of operations, a very big space to use in terms of where we live. And also, we live next to the river, which does come with its challenges. Mostly, we are constantly swimming across here. So I think we need to build a bridge. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to mine and chop some trees. Going to chop some trees, mine some granite over here. And we are going to try and get something that works. The other thing I'm thinking is, do we do something with the monument, like the village square statue thing? Do we like build around it? Do we build a nice building around it to kind of hide it? Because it kind of doesn't look great. It's not the greatest design, and I'm not sure whether to hide it behind something. Because we could do our own monument. That could be cool. We could do our own monument. Maybe. I mean, it depends on if we can come up with a good idea for a little monument there. That's better than the little village square. And then we can build around it. Like, I'm sure we can somehow manage to do that. I mean, maybe not, but we'll see. Right, let's see then. So if we're gonna remove this bridge, because obviously we don't want a bridge coming from the dock, and we are now level 88, by the way. If anyone is actually tracking our leveling up, we are level 88, so we only have 12 more levels of kind of the main battle pass. I believe I've already completed the Lego pass, so I'm not too bothered beyond that. Because it doesn't look... I don't know if you still get V-Bucks through doing the Battle Pass. To be honest, I have not kept an eye on it. Right, let me destroy this then. Right, so this is our dock, which is perfect. How's your job? I've been hard at work, but I've only got 80% so far. Hurry up, mate. Right, let me destroy this bush. Let's do that. And we get some more vines. Because I want to do this kind of here. So can we place just floors anywhere? And like, how big's that? I don't want to use frost pine. Let's not do that. I mean, we could do that. That could be cool. We could do a bridge out of this. So let's destroy that. And then if we place that like there, and then do we think we can just build it across? There we go, right. So we have a bridge that's actually looking better than nothing. Ooh, right, okay. So let's go down to half walls, because we don't want a full wall on this. But I don't want to use kind of railings, because I want this to look nice. So do we think a rustic bridge? What do we think? Do we think that would look good? Do we think a nice rustic kind of thing like that? Or do we think... Because we do have a bunch of fences. Oh. I mean, that's quite cool. Oops. What was that? So, like, that's quite cool. But that uses 2 planks a time. I was going to say, that'll make quite a nice fancy thing. Or we could do the medieval. Ooh. Like, we could do that, but then that's really small, and that's going to be really expensive. I don't want to make it red, so let's see. What else do we have? We have Acres Fence. I might just do a nice simple bridge. But I want to make sure. So, we're probably going to go from there, I think. So let's... Oh. That requires wooden rods. Of course it does. Is that done at a crafting bench? No. Why would it be done at a crafting bench? No. Lumber mill. Wooden rod. Let's just make like 15 of these. Just because I don't want things to go wrong. How's your job? Oh, work's been good, so I've got resources. Get mahogany rocked. Whatever you need, you'll find it here. Thanks. No problem. Okay. So we got some mahogany rod for doing no work at all. Only one. But you know, it's better than nothing. Though, I mean, you waited a long time for him to get you a mahogany rod. I'm not sure that was ideal. I'm not sure waiting so long for one mahogany rod makes it worth it, to be honest. But, you know, it's fine. Is that the biggest? I think. Yeah, that's going to be the biggest one. Right, so let's do this. We're going to very quickly eat through the rods. Yeah. As I say, very quickly going through the rods. To make a little bridge to take us from our village over here. So let's get some more wood. And we will stream for about another maybe 10 minutes or so. And then we will probably finish this next week. Because, yeah. I was meant to be shooting for a bit longer today, but as I say, we had a lot of technical challenges, so kind of did go and come to fruition as much as we would have liked. But never mind. We've at least got, like, the storage building done. Like, that was the main thing we needed to do. So we've made good progress. And we're going to make progress tomorrow on stream on Dreamlight. Because we are going to... We're definitely going to get our dream snaps done. So we earn moonstones every week. Which is what we've been doing for a while. And we're going to keep doing it. So that is the idea. We can run. I keep forgetting we can run. Like, we should probably remember things like that. But there we go. So we're back in the Pleasant Manor. So if we go back up to our workstations, which is up here, we'll go the proper way in. Lumber mill. Right, wooden rod. Let's make 20 of these because, like, we are burning through these massively. Actually, let's make 21. Just because we need an even number in the end, so. There we go. So let's go down back along here. And that's enough there. Okay, so let me see then, because... Yeah, is that right? I think that's right. Because I want this to be, like, perfectly done. Oh, hang on. Right, is that even? No, I don't think that's even. No, because that goes out too far. Let me hit it with my ruby pickaxe. So let's get it actually onto there. Actually, you know what? Just for simplicity for a moment, let me grab a really big wall. Because then it's in the right place. You see, that's how we work. We can do measuring. We can measure using buildings to make sure that everything's equally done. Let's just jump up here, grab the rest of the wooden rods, go down here, and let's just make sure that we can get this bridge finished, completed all today. There we go, right. So the bridge is complete-ish. I would maybe like to add some support underneath because, like, there's not much support that this has. But, like, can a pillar go underneath? I don't know if we can build actually underwater, to be fair. No, it looks like you're literally building it on water, so I don't think it's going to be able to do that. Okay, never mind. Though, do we think we could just, like, do that? Just to cover up the ends, let me just stick this down. And I think, is this, I don't know where actually the border of our village is. Oh, the border of the village is literally here. Okay. So when you're out, when you're here, you're in the grasslands. So like all of along the river, like in this area, is part of the grasslands. So that's useful to know. I would at some point, I would love to be able to figure out if I can sort this, but I don't think I can. I want to neaten it up, but that might not be able to happen because it doesn't look like you can place supports. Oh, actually, we can. Oh, it might depend on like how tall the block is because like we could place that underneath maybe. Come on, let's see. Because like we need it precisely underneath, which is like awkward. Well, we might have to look into that. Well, there we go. So we have a nice bridge. We've got a storage building set up. Albeit it's not perfect. Like there is limitations to what we can do. Mainly here, like I can't do anything else here. Like the railing just doesn't work. Because like I'm literally like that's the smallest railing. So it'd go off the edge anyway, so we're not gonna do that. The one I might do is just because we are coming from that side of it, I'm gonna hang on, let me see if I can make it work. I can't. Because that is 8. That one's 8, so if we've used all 16, that might be the issue. Shall we see, right? If we were to go with using more resource to do it, would it work better? If we did it 12 by the 1 by 12 by 2, because then we can do that and it would work better. And I've fallen. Okay. But at least we know how to make it work now. Like, there you go. Because we can place that in there. And we can... This bit worked. I think this bit, like, is literally just 2 of those. There we go. Oh, this one actually used all 8s. That's why it didn't work, because, like, everything's built on 12s. So let's clean this up from the start of the stream. There we go. And this is what we wanted. There we go. So it goes all the way around now. That's nice. So there we go. We've done that. We've got the bridge going off there. So our dock's no longer kind of holding a bridge to it. We've got our nice bridge here which goes across to this other bit of land. Just for easy transportation. And for if ever we kind of expand, like, if ever we decide, you know what, let's build further afield. Even though, like, it wouldn't be in a village square, because it would be too close. I think, oh, okay. Oh, okay, let's move it. Okay, I was going to say, it might be, I don't know how close they can go together, but, it, like, this wouldn't be part of the village. This would be, like, separate. If we built over there, but who knows what we will do in the future of this in the game. Let's just pet Maisie once more, and she will give us some more wool, which is perfect. So wool goes in this chest, yeah. And what we can do is also, mahogany rod can go in with mahogany planks. And then, I don't know what I pressed there. Well, I know I pressed, but, right, let me place everything where it needs to go. Bright core, where's bright core? Bright core in this chest, yeah. Right, there we go. Oh, and I have a pineapple. Pumpkin. It's a pumpkin. It's not a pineapple, it's a pumpkin. Right, there we go. So, we have managed to do quite a bit today. So, we've rebuilt our storage unit. This is our new storage building. What do we think? Do we like it? So this is our new storage building with loads more storage. So much better than the old one. It's going to be so much more useful. And then we've got a bridge here for us to go across here, which is absolutely amazing. And if we do find animals like this over here that we want to bring over to our base, we've got a bridge to do it so we don't have to take them across water. Which is going to be absolutely amazing as a nice extension to our village. And so what we'll do is, I think in the next stream we will what am I saying? In the next stream, this is getting even worse. In the next stream we will gather resources and try and build the haberdashery over here. We'll look to building a haberdashery in the next stream over here for where we'll do our loom and our spinning wheel, just to save room in our kind of work area. And then Lion Brand needs a house. Like every other character has a really nice house. We cannot leave Lion Brand living in this. We cannot leave Lion Brand living in a little wooden shack whilst Meowscles has a nice 2-story building, and whose is this? And Tricky Treater has this little house, and obviously this massive house for Fish Stick. Like, this is big enough for like 4 characters. Also, we need to decorate the houses. We need to definitely decorate the houses. But that is what we'll do all in the next couple of streams. But for now, thank you very much for joining me on this stream. Took a while to get started, few technical glitches along the way. But thank you very much for joining me today, and I'll see you all in the next stream. Goodbye.